Okay. Good morning. I've been playing around with YouTube overlay stuff in the background, so things might be a little scuffed on the stream at the moment, but that's what we're here for. YouTube chat should be working now though, so hopefully we got that working. That's the big thing. Everything else is secondary. Uh, but once I figure that out, I'll look at investing in a custom overlay. But until then, uh, we will use this to troubleshoot any scuff. Yeah, we're gonna play some more Outer Worlds. We've missed a collectible somewhere, so we're gonna have to backtrack and find that, and then we'll move on to whatever's next after Paradise. Let's start doing that. Pop that back on there. Hopefully everyone's having a great morning. Yeah, I don't know if I like that overlay. Keep it. Hmm. This is why I don't like overlay stuff. Go. Woo. Let's go. Dashboard. That. What I do? Streaming tools. Overlays. Which one was I messing around with? Was that one? Yeah, here it is. Okay. That's way too big. But I think I see what the problem is. It's the scaling on here versus the scaling on the resolution. Alright. Well, I wonder if I can just shrink that. No. Not a separate element. Okay. Well, chat's in the right spot. Oop. Just gonna delete the border. Here we go. We're just gonna have that there like that. Save. There we go. Figure the rest of that out later. I have to do a whole new overlay for YouTube versus Twitch, so it's okay. I just don't want that taking up the whole screen. All right, perfect. URL. Put the in. Paste. Do my little announcements here. Oh. Sorry. Though my deals aren't quid pro quo, and my interest rates aren't low, I'll be keeping track till you pay back every cent that you owe. I think I've got that, yeah. Perfect. Check a couple things. Okay. Let's see here. Now we can get comfy and actually play our game.
tuned to wireless-free Arcadia, the best things in sliced breadworm. Now with 110% more
Voila.
music, entertainment,
Okay.
news, and product placement.
To figure out where...
Auntie Cleo here to address all the hubbub over these riffs. Arcadia's yay-sayers and eggheads would have us think these cosmic light shows herald the end of the
Don't need
worlds.
that.
Poppycock.
Spotter.
Riffs present
Sure.
an opportunity, not a calamity.
Eating food or
Once
drink
someone
grants a
irons
small amount
out
of
their
inhaler
reality
charge. Ooh,
rending
cool.
downside, we'll be
Food or
left
drink.
with nothing but
Yeah, I don't
upside. I have full confidence that our lab coats in
set.
experimental operations will innovate a
Okay.
profitable use for them.
You're
Riffs
missing
could be leveraged in
one.
negotiations or to gate
Show us on the map?
trade routes.
Probably not.
Think of the R&D potential. Seriously,
I know I
think
got the
of it.
one off
That's
of
your job,
there.
puppies. Auntie's job is to keep you motivated. The threat
Figure
of
out where
extinction is the mother of invention, after all.
last one be.
Now,
I
on
got
to
them
other
all.
things. This one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield. A good day for personal freedom and fair trade.
Trying to figure out where it would be. No, because that's Mysterious Cave. That won't go that way. I just go down here and double check. There wasn't one at the Crabble Farm. No, though. Down here. Got everything out of that. So we'll go down. Because I know one's supposed to be at that fishing shack. Check there first. What a run. Be out on the end of the dock. Funny how I managed to grab them all the first time, no problem, and then I managed to lose one here.
Loyal subject, loyal subject. La, la, la.
Yeah, I think I already picked it up. Double check everywhere, just to be safe. It was sitting there. I must have grabbed it. Freshman. There's something. Down below, I know that. Okay, so that's cleared. Well, I'm seeing there's two things over there that haven't been revealed, so we'll go check that.
It's Fizzos, Fizzos, we love Fizzos. And now it's available in mysterious
So,
murky brown. Fizzos,
west.
She's just the best choice.
Yeah. over to whatever that is.
Elysium, from the boardroom to
So
the
down we
pub run.
go.
This is wireless free Arcadia, official frequency of Auntie's Choice.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what its
I think
subjects
there's anything
get,
out
we
this,
respond to
but
what you want.
better be safe than
Through
sorry.
our decisions as consumers. What's more, we
Do,
skip
do,
the
do,
frivolously
do.
lengthy approval process. Our overbearing
On the
neighbors
silos.
ignore. Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market when it can be enhancing people's lives now? As a responsible
Over
member of
here.
society, we allow you to take part in public broadcasting,
Do, 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 do,
respecting your right to
do.
risk a few pesky side effects as
Might
an
have missed
early
something here.
adopter. At Auntie's
Oh, this is
Choice,
this.
we understand that the marketplace is dynamic, efficient, and well suited to the shifting needs
There.
of our populace. After all, that's what
Okay.
unbridled freedom's all about.
Do,
Now upward and onward. Now for something a little different, tonally, if not thematically.
Definitely was already in here. There's nothing to loot.
I'm yearning and
Yeah.
yearning for you.
So that was already checked out.
My heart
Hmm.
every last bit of my wage, every last bit that I'm paid, every last bit that I save is intended
Let's
for
take a look.
you.
Do, 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 do,
Lost
do.
me behind. One day
West.
I know you'll be
What's it called?
mine.
Science something.
Someday perhaps I'll own two. For now I'll take
Paradise.
brand new, 'cause I'm yearning and yearning for you.
Huh? Maybe it's this one. This is an interactive map. Ooh. Staying. Painter. Is that the... Yes, Science Adventures Quarterly. Okay. So we have that one. Got a... magazine. Hide all, and then just show me the magazine, baby. Okay. Got that one. And... zoom out more here. So there was one here. Supposed to be one here, which looks like we already grabbed it. But I'm gonna double check that. Should also be one there. So, let's see, where are we right now? Let's go south and check that. It's nice that there's an interactive map already. Do, 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 do. Okay, so going south. To... Ba 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 da da da.
Lost me behind. One
Do,
day
do.
I know you'll be
Yeah, I could have sworn I got the one out of here. Didn't have. Oh, it definitely did. I do it. Hello. It's here. I already got it. I feel like it would have been like here next to this. So, or it would have been on a shelf with a table here. Okay. I think there was a way in through the ceiling. Oh, there is something up there. I think. Let's see. Oh, hey. Yeah, definitely something up there. It's the one I was missing. Oh, well, there was loot here at least. That would have been funny if it was the magazine sitting right up here. Okay, not that one. Yeah, it was on the bed. Okay, next one to check will be inside the crabbing tower top floor. Double check that. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. I feel like I got this one. I remember unlocking the door. Yeah, it was like sitting right here. Oh, hey. It's a mag pick. Do, 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 do. This isn't the top floor? Question mark? I think I missed this. I definitely got that one. Okay. Next. On the house. On table next to the building's door outside. So that's the next two up there, right? Okay. And remove that. Our that house there and this house here. So we'll put a waypoint there. Travel to the Ministry of Accuracy. I have a feeling it's probably one of them flooded town somewhere. But you never know. Do, 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 do. Bum, bum, da, 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 da. Just the... Yeah, it's gotta be in... I might view this one right somewhere. Do, do. What? I can loot it around here. Interactable, and here's that. Nothing up there, is there? Oh, okay. And we checked this one already. Feeling it was right there on the desk, but check this last building. Okay. Definitely pick this one up. go
senior
down to
copywriter in invasive
that building.
marketing, whose sloganeering was a bit too Tau-Ceti for the vibrant Arcadian market. You've gone stale, Aster. We can't exactly
Troublemaker
stick around you
approaching.
back home, so you're demoted to
Dare you call me a troublemaker?
Look alive, Commander. Next, Russell Crocker in morale management. No shoes, no
Do,
swag,
do,
no
do, 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 do.
for your new role as executive
Do, do,
drainage
do,
manager
do.
in recreant reclamations and artificial additives. Remember,
Those
just
drones?
what a job you have, Russ. And just to show there's no position too microscopic for Andy's
Do,
management,
do,
I'd
do,
like to highlight
do,
Assistant
do,
Waste
do,
Disposal
do, do.
Officer Potter Flanderant for a job not well done. The
Got over
only
here.
airlocks
Did I miss
for
something?
trash disposal are those far from my office. Nothing
Probably
ruins a
just
view like
some
conservation
crabbles.
assistant.
Yeah. Liquidated. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Okay. Must have gotten this one because this is where the yappy bugger is. Hey, Painter Mr. Ring. Hey, maybe I did miss it. Maybe this is the one I missed. Do, 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 do. Pretty sure not though, because I was pretty. Oh, it is. Huh. There you go. Thought I was pretty thorough with this place. Oh. Okay, that saved me a lot of work just coming over here and making sure that active. Oh, I can just run over there. That's not far. Beautiful. Glad it was one of the close ones. Do 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 do. Do do do. There. Bum, 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 bum. Do, do.
You've returned. I take it matters are progressing well?
Remaining run of Science Adventures Quarterly as
Oh,
requested.
allow me. They all look to be no less worse for wear. Splendid. Much obliged. For completing the set, I present to you the rarest rarities available to me. I must say, this exchange of goods and services has been quite satisfying. How novel. Take good care, outsider.
Yay! Now we can leave. Everything is donezo here. Okay, map. Take me back. Pad. Fast travel option. Could be because the quest is over top of it. That's alright. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Ah, there you are. I was expecting you 4 minutes and 27 seconds ago. But never mind that. I have a missive for you. Highest priority. Recipient's eyes only.
Missive from who? About what?
All I can tell you is that it is from Arcadia's most judicious custodians, the Order of the Ascendant. I am not privy to any information beyond that. Oh, they did also say it was important. I was tasked 6 months ago to deliver it to whomever ship was at this landing pad at this exact time. Well, 4 minutes ago, like I said. All other questions may be answered by viewing the missive, I expect. Farewell, and as they say, may all your endeavors come to fruition.
I like how he paints it as if I'm 4 minutes late. Maybe you just arrived 4 minutes early, bucko. Do do do.
That last selection has been
Full
scientifically
defense
proven to
dome.
increase productivity, improve morale, and soothe all manner of mental malady in the listening workforce. At least in the
Andrew's
lab.
tasking
Not
hat.
responsible for night sweats, abnormal
The
bone
auto
density,
hacker.
or glossolalia.
Yeah, give me.
I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more
Okay.
upbeat right about now. Like
Murder's
this.
best friend. Remote detonator. Dang it. Oh, it can't. Can't be silenced anyway. Native species. Sound radius for weapons is decreased. Oh, that's cool. No longer take damage from burn, but instead heal from burn. It's cool. Just gonna grab Dead Man. Oh yeah, Dead Man's jacket. I might end up. I'll grab that. Then I think the next one I'll get is Murder's best friend is there. Native species. Defense dome. Oh, is that's the one that okay. This is the goats of blood after each stealth kill, granting. It's probably where my next 6 are going right there.
Time to watch whatever it was the messenger had for us.
I agree. Let's see what they had.
Greetings, Agent of the Earth Directorate. I am Ruth Bassar, presiding Bishop of the Order of the Ascendant. At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy, directly responsible for your colleague Augustine DeVries' actions way back on Horizon Point. I assure you, we were not. A splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity by pursuing a greater understanding of reality. I believe our goals are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate, and we both wish to preserve Arcadia from ruin. We can help each other. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's mercy. He will aid you in your mission, and hopefully, you will see fit to aid us in ours. Nav key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
Okay.
Who could turn down an invitation like that? To Golden Ridge, Commander?
Yeah, something like that. Here, no. Nothing new to say. Valerie's not in here. Oh yeah.
So do you. Let's buy Sisty Bits, covered in goo.
Hacker.
Congratulations, Janie. You and your family win a full year's supply of Borst
Just gonna end up
Pockets for
replacing
one low
that.
price. Okay, back to business. This
So I can have a
is one of my
barrel
favorites,
attitude.
though admittedly I'm far from discerning.
Bum bum. 69 rockets. 69. Oh yeah. Switch over to that. See drain rate. Any abilities. I don't know. Skills. About crashing. Has crit and crit chance on it. Compared to weak spot damage. That. The extra. Jacket. Damage resistance when below 50% health. Yes. Helmet. Extra holster. Boom. Okay. Got new crafting stuff. Very nice. That fixes that. Oh yeah. That back on now. Perfect. I don't think I had any mods for submachine gun. Okay.
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding bishop of the order have been verified. Landing in Golden Ridge is now possible. Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station due to the astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild.
What can you tell me about Golden Ridge?
Golden Ridge is located on Dorado. It is home to the Alexandra Monastery and Matriarch's Mercy, as well as previously being a center for mining Zeranium. The Protectorate abandoned it soon after the invasion, leaving Auntie's Choice and the Order of the Ascendant to fight for control of the area and its resources.
What's Free Market Station?
Free Market Station is an independent marketplace, the only one in the system. It is called such as it was built out of a crashed Auntie's Choice freighter by that name.
You said something about the astrogator being rebuilt when you revived me, didn't you?
Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the astrogator to allow the incognito to travel to your location. As the rebuilding process progresses, old nav keys may be unlocked. Unfortunately, most of them are likely not recoverable.
Got it. Off to Dorado we go, or do we want to stop by Free Market first? Stop by Free Market first.
Watch out for its tusks! The rewards. Now this is top shelf Mantipillar secretion, and what each animal brings to the table. Auntie Cleo says the universe is full of things that want to kill you, but what doesn't kill you boosts your net worth. This is big. Gain. Antibiotics for wildlife interactions gone wrong.
Looks like the second choice has got a new shipment of swill. Gave it a try. Need some major.
Bounty board.
I'm freezing my assets off our cloister.
There.
All-forsaken snowball orbiting Elysium. Everyone knows Cloister's home to the computronic powerhouse known as the Archive.
What's that?
But that ain't the only profit driver here. There, beyond that crevasse, a herd of ursopods.
Oh,
Their hides,
lockpick
heads,
8.
and paws
That
are
one,
as
eh?
tough as the tundra. Cautious but feisty.
Kleptomania.
Garish
I do
and
not want that
ruthless.
one.
Best keep your distance. Ursopods get awfully scratchy close. Although some can spit a nasty wad of mucus and provoke
To come back when I get my lockpick to 8.
They've taken an interest in me.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Ursopods are resistant to the cold.
I was under the impression that Free Market Station was open to all. Why am I being accosted?
Free Market Station is open to all, except spies. It's awful suspicious how you've been gallivanting about, asking everyone questions.
I am not a spy. The information I'm collecting here shall be of historical significance someday. Surely you can appreciate that.
Right. And I'm sure that information wouldn't help at all in clearing us out of the station years from now. I'll be watching you.
Greetings. Are you perhaps interested in advancing the knowledge of Arcadia's history through scientific exploration? What am I saying? Of course you are. Please, do tell me anything you might know about the crash of the ACS free market.
Sapient and archaic. Sabotaging the controls earlier remains at large.
Could Auntie's choice have succeeded where order experiments failed? Oh, you're being duplicitous. No sprat corpses were found in the initial crash site. Do pardon my forwardness. I saw that you were a new arrival, but I held out some hope that you might be able to enlighten me where the station populace has not. As an archivist, it's my duty to collect and record hitherto unrecorded knowledge wherever it can be found. But my earnest questions have been met with suspicion.
Say no more, I'm happy to help, assuming you list me as co-author of your paper.
I can see you're no stranger to academia. Very well. Whatever facilitates this account, converse with the locals, peer into unturned corners, and see what your able hand might unearth. I look forward to furthering the cause of history with you.
Oh, and tips on where to start?
Ask about in the saloon and the bazaar. Both are places where gossip flies about like so many tarot rays. Sub Rosa likely has some information about the crash, but I'm not sure where. You also might be able to find some intact portion of the ship amidst all of the station's wreckage. Take a look around. I'm sure you'll be able to get farther on your own.
Alright, well, let's take a look. Can I talk to her at all?
Not that wayward science type didn't disturb you much, friend. We of the station normally do our best to dissuade partisans from making nuisances of themselves.
I find your anti-intellectual rhetoric extremely disheartening. Let's just leave no matter what, eh?
Hey! I ain't anti-intellectual. I'm anti-some intellectuals.
So true.
Specifically the ones fixing to shoot me in the back. All that aside, enjoy your time on the station. Don't get into any trouble.
Didn't plan on it. Usually finds me. That rift right there, for instance. And boom. Boom, 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 boom. Not sneaky or brownie enough for that audio log. Happened to the job. Hearts on the job. Do 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 do. Cars, yeah, engineering 8. That'll be a little bit before I get to that.
Tired of firearms that explode in your face? Come to Not a Weapons store. Hey, you smell gunpowder? Do you want to? Then buy one of my handy firearms. Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned to perfection.
Store is called Not a Weapon Store? Those are clearly weapons.
I'm glad you asked. Weapon is an all-encompassing term. A rock can be a weapon, or a stick, or a particularly agitated sprat if you have thick enough gloves. But what I sell here, I wouldn't dare lump them in with mere weapons. These are finely tuned instruments of personnel elimination.
You got a sales pitch that would make Auntie Cleo blush.
Which says a lot, considering she can't. I heard she got her blood vessels extracted to keep a pallid complexion. Beauty is pain, she says. And it sells like hotcakes, too.
I appreciate Cleo's ability to sell, that's for certain, but I have no doubt my artifacts of death shall impress you far more than anything her corporation can rush out. If you don't believe me, look for yourself.
Let's take a
Feel free
look.
to go on a murderous rampage with what you buy. It's good publicity.
Shock rifle, salt shock rifle.
high-quality antiques goods or services.
Shotgun. Sniper rifle.
Choice Chum Bar is a delicious new food-adjacent snack from the maker of meaty rolls
Shotgun.
and spectral
Flex and
noodles.
holographic
The Chum
sights.
Bar is made from the finest coagulated slurry of both animal
Sniper
and
kind of
vegetable
has my
byproducts.
attention.
Including but not limited to borscht entrails, sprat
So I could put a
organs,
silencer,
saltwater
a
skin, nanopeels,
scoop
and tobacco
on that.
husks for the perfect combination of crunchy and chewy.
Or even a
Try it today.
And buy
lightning
an
barrel.
extra bar to share with a chum.
You know, I have no interest in the machine gun.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the one wireless station in Arcadia that doesn't tell you what to think,
Sell junk
only
either.
what to buy.
Else interesting, right? Chest. Make our way around clockwise, actually. Let's look around here. There's some cutthroat. Talk to them at all. They're busy.
Protect your loved ones, protect yourself. Buy some new armor today. Only thing dependable as my gear are my prices. Happy to have you. Tell me what you need.
How's business?
Booming now. Used to be a few other armor shops on the station. As it happened, their owners mysteriously vanished.
Huh.
I picked up their inventories real cheap, since they were just taking up station storage. It sure was
Convenient.
a convenient windfall for yours truly. Real convenient.
That doesn't sound the slightest bit suspicious.
Exactly. I wish some other sorts around here who like to cast aspersions were as understanding as you.
Okay,
Can
to
you?
your armor. Can't afford the calorie counter, that's for sure. Large trench coat. I think she has I really care about is the calorie counter. That's just gonna have to wait. It's heavy armor. That's for medical skill anyway. The energy multiplier from that's nice. But I don't really use my inhaler all that much. So I'm not a medical based character. You're really good on a tank build.
Stimulants, medicaments, drugs. Get your drugs here.
If you're here about a toothache, you've come to the right place. If you're here bleeding from a dozen bullet wounds, I suppose I can help with that too. If you've wounds that need stitching or teeth that need scrutiny, I'm your doctor.
She's a little dentistry obsessed for a doctor.
Yes? Is this a problem? I'm the only doctor on Free Market Station. I think that excuses whatever quirks I may or may not have. My prior faction demanded I strictly adhere to my vocation and forego the world of dentistry under penalty of death after a certain number of infractions. Suffice it to say, I'm pleased Free Market Station allows me to be myself.
Okay, well,
Medicaments and more, all sufficiently regulated or thereabouts.
Berry tequila. Hack skill. Yes, I do want that. Sending Giga. Trauma kit recipe would be a good one. Do you have enough for both? Boop, boop, boom. Okay. So let's, before I buy anything, let's see what happens if I save. buying that stuff. I just like... Not detected? Operator. Okay. So I was able to steal that, but not the blueprints.
Got a sale on teeth extraction if you've wounds that need stitching or medicaments.
It's funny. Okay, so I will spend money then and buy those. I need the blueprints. And then I can switch my helmet over now. Perfect.
Get caught unawares all you like. My armor will keep you safe.
I want to see. That is locked up. There's nothing to do about that. Officer Galia, cleaner armor. X your pickpocket's doing. Okay. I wanted to look at submachine gun stuff. If there is submachine gun stuff here. Ooh, there is. You can purple berry tequila. Okay, so we have advanced mag, explosive rounds, force charger, fully automatic, explosive, increase mag capacity, and reload speed. Adds cannon through soft targets. Okay. Have another purple berry. So it's barrel. Okay. So I can't change the scope, but I can change the barrel. So we want to go here. So it'll be probably yeah, it's the increased mag capacity. Or sure. Yeah, these are confusing. So none of those are for a barrel. Is there a different SMG? Maybe they just don't have the mods for the SMG. Okay. I want the silencer and frost converter for the plasma pistol.
You surely will as well.
Okay. Light pistol stuff. Advanced mag, explosive rounds, force charger, prism sight, reflex sight. It won't be either of those. Okay. We'll have to wait and see.
And live to tell your fellows about my store.
Unlock that. No, you can't unlock that. Okay. Smart guys. Okay. Let's see what this guy's got.
Buy from me, please.
Listen, I know I shouldn't warn you about this, but anything I sell you runs the risk of exploding. I trust you'll appreciate my forthrightness and be all the more willing to buy from me.
From a professional boundary pusher, your sales strategy is too experimental.
I see. It appears I need to retrofit my strategy, as well as most of my inventions. I've been having some problems with my machines since I arrived on this planetoid, but that's enough about myself.
Hear anything about the crash of the ACS free market?
No. Ships decidedly ain't in my purview. You sure I can't interest you in some bric-a-brac instead of this conversation?
It's hard enough when you're focused. You aren't
You
focused.
can tell? Damnation. Sounds like you know what it's like working with technology. Maybe I can confide in you. Before it crashed, I served on the free market as a secondary engineer, first grade. Had a colleague who was very talented, but not very good at hiding it. Supervisor saw her as a threat and demoted her to the engine room. She wasn't the type to take a blow without dodging.
Didn't realize there was politics even among
Andy's
resets.
choice. There's politics among waste technicians. My colleague sabotaged the engines when her partner was on his mandated 2-minute break. When the free market attempted to breach orbit, well, just about everyone died. I made it to an escape pod on the port side. The ship landed on its starboard. I got lucky.
Sounds tough. Sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, can we get back to subjects that aren't this? I got goods to sell.
Yeah, let's see what
Be
you got.
happy to show you.
Nothing interesting, just a scrap vendor. Welcome in. Smoker recipe. Heavy rounds. Long round. Recipe for small plasma charges I'll grab. The rest I'm probably not gonna use. I'll get the... I might as well get the ones for all of the rounds, just so I have them all. So we'll get, yeah, collect all the recipes.
Is wireless free Arcadia, the voice of Auntie's choice.
20% of incoming damage converted into energy. That's cool.
Cleo here with a direct message
Helmet
to
thing,
all
though.
Protectorate subjects listening in. I'm afraid
Shop here to acquire fine food for cheap.
at Auntie's choice. Your
Behind there?
so-called superiors would have you believe we're
It's like you can jump behind there.
interlopers,
Oh, you totally can.
on stealing the very bread off your plate. Tut tut! No, nothing could be farther from the truth. Listen.
Well,
to
no
your
one's seeing me, so...
They say they offer you direction, meaning, purpose. We say that's a fancy way of
It's funny.
stating you're their
Welcome to our stall. We hope this is the first meal you ever have in your life. When did this unit rehydrate for you?
Are you charged this all by yourself?
Negative. This unit and stall are registered to Gerald T. Wenrich. Mr. Wenrich last visited 222 days ago. When last
Almost a whole year, dude.
Mr. Wenrich mentioned he was, quote, going to teach those redacted sub rosa redacted a lesson. Nobody extorts Gerald T. Wenrich.
Oh, let's see what you got.
All wares were at some point cooked fresh.
At some point.
On a big promotion. Keep your
Okay.
chin up. Next time.
My gear has the fewest holes out of any close-on
Oh.
station, or your money back.
Don't remember actually talking to this guy ever.
My folks didn't raise no fashion monger, but they did raise a bloodthirsty opportunist. I'd like to think I'm making them proud. If you're in need of sprucing up the old wardrobe, I can provide.
You got quite the collection. How'd you come into all
Used
this?
to be part of Auntie's choice. Nothing special, just a pilot for light cargo vessels. Had a lot of time to think with just the void for company. Eventually decided I was sick of being overworked and underpaid and made off with my cargo.
That's
Turned out
fair.
to be generic clothes, work gear, and such. More of a market for it out here than I would have guessed. I've bolstered my wares since. You should give them a look.
I will.
got rags, fineries, and everything in between.
Sell any items though. Crouch speed. About it. Well, that was something. I wonder if I talk to him again. If he...
Auntie's choice thanks you for. If you're in need of sprucing up the old wardrobe.
What's that? Everybody in the center already. So, I guess it's time to go into the second choice. Ooh, actually, before I do that. Bench crafting. ability, extra holster. Craft that.
Firearms that explode in your face?
Wait.
Come to not a weapons.
Knots. Helmet. Oh, that extra holster. Put my spark cannon back on. That's good. That's all good. Kind of interested in those SMG mods. Expensive. Let's see it being a. Wish it would tell you whether it was a barrel mod or. It's explosive.
For Auntie's products you simply can't live without. Our Recreant Reclamation
I'll buy that one.
Division has proudly announced its latest innovation. Slurrylose.
I ended up buying them all.
Flavorsome new artificial sweetener made from the
Oh, it does tell you right there. Magazine. Gun. Is there a specific one for barrel? There is. So I don't have any of the barrel mods. That's alright. I'll end up probably finding another SMG that I like. I did just waste almost all my money, so let's go.
Auntie's choice. We put the art in artificial.
What nature made accidentally.
I can go to junk. Everything else is in junk, so let's scrap all of our junk items.
Fine. Proceed.
Next up, something
And crafting.
Please consult your employee handbook to determine if
The
dancing is
most
presently
we
allowed.
make out of anything is shock rods. So let's just make a shit ton of shock rods. And created so much of it. Yeah, see, we can sell. Take it down to 10,000. It's good. Ba-boom, baby. Okay. That. For some reason the texture is gonna pop in. Probably because it's the first time I've ever opened that. I'm surprised it doesn't have an optic feature on it. It's okay though. Give me barrel mods.
I still got both brows. Feel free to go.
Did not. Extra holster. I don't. Not what I'm after. Could buy a calorie counter now if I wanted. Ooh, pitchball card. I noticed that.
Doctor here. Get your stitches.
I already grabbed everything I needed from her.
If you lost it, I'm selling it.
Just debating on whether or not I want to get. Heavy armor. I'm wearing medium. Asian. Especially because my hack skill's just gonna keep going up, so the spider mines are just gonna keep spawning. We'll check what it does again.
Tell me what you need, Candy.
Hit 13. 50% damage resist, has an armoring slot. Healing from medical inhaler is reduced. Using it gives you energy regen. Save our money. Okay. Now, let's go into the second choice.
Garment's here.
It's over here.
I'm beginning to reach the tail end of my patience. You will tell me the location of the broker.
Lad, you ain't got much of a concept of a deal, do you? You ain't got nothing to offer, and a threat is offering less than nothing.
Do you realize any other arbiter would have crushed you where you stand for obstruction of justice long before now? That I am flowing with magnanimity?
Can't say I know what that word means, but if you're inclined to keep threatening me, only thing gonna be flowing is your blood out your body. Stranger, seen my fix? Hope you're about to offer to rid me of this damn fool.
You cannot dissuade an arbiter from their sovereign-given duty, no matter how much of an irritant you may attempt to be.
Seems to be the problem here.
I came to meet with the information broker for, protectorate business. Protectorate reasons. However, I find myself foiled at near every turn. None within the Protectorate would defy an arbiter and expect to live. Regrettably, I cannot make the locals see reason without rendering myself unable to learn what I seek.
Even polite entreaties don't see most getting an invite to the broker. And you've been anything but.
Why not let him have an audience with the broker? At least he wouldn't bother you anymore. Most Protectorate can't bend the rules at all. You should give this guy more credit. What I heard didn't seem too diplomatic either.
Are you daft? Do you understand how diplomatic I am being simply by staying my hand? Any other arbiter would have executed you all where you stand.
You're just so merciful it makes me blush. I'm sure your staying your hand has nothing to do with the armed guards watching your every move. No matter what this fella says, he's not going to convince me to trust him. He's a walking security risk.
Meet the broker sounds like it could be useful somehow. Maybe we can work together. If it's a risk you're concerned about, have him prove himself to you.
An arbiter need prove themselves to no one but the sovereign. But if I must debase myself to further my aim, so be it.
Interesting thought. Occurs to me there might just be something that needs looking into.
I hope this has intrigue. I love intrigue.
Within the Golden Ridge locale on Dorado, there's a refugee camp. It's unassuming, quiet-like. Most of the folks there just want to be left alone. They see to the few needs they have by working with the broker. But we ain't heard from them in a fortnight and change. Serves to reason something untoward may have transpired there. You see your way to looking into that, maybe we'll talk.
How exactly did these refugees work with the broker? Does he want me to go as well? Why?
I don't fancy the idea of letting an arbiter loose on our allies without supervision. Might not know you, but anything's better than giving him complete freedom.
I do not take your speaking of me as some kind of pharaoh canid lightly.
How exactly do these refugees work with the broker?
That's between them and Sub Rosa. You in or you out?
That seems like a plan. I'm in.
Great! Take the lap canid with you. I've had enough of his excitability, and so have my customers.
I don't claim to be pleased with the circumstances surrounding this co-investigation, but perhaps we may surprise one another. I'm Arbiter Tristan Rao.
Raiden D. Motos. Ever worked with a partner before?
When I was an apprentice, yes. But not since. And certainly never with an outsider. I shall meet you at the camp. Let us hope we both arrive there intact.
Oh, come now, Prospero. You've been on that stage hundreds of times. This perturbation looks bad on you. You're not one for looking bad. Terribly sorry you've got me ruminating.
man of my persuasion shouldn't stoop to such self-deprecation, especially in front of prospective customers.
Seems like you could be well informed. I have questions about the crash ship.
You've identified me properly. But information transference is the lifeblood of Free Market Station, and if you want a transfusion, you'll have to grant me a spot of help. I'm in charge of keeping the patrons of the saloon entertained. Normally this does not present an issue, but I learned that an old flame of mine shall attend my next performance. My resolve is uncharacteristically flagging. I find myself fixating on the most minute of issues. I need something to bolster my confidence.
Oh, why are you trying to impress this person?
She knows my real name. Prospero's just a stage title as it happens. There's a certain kind of intimacy that I fear shall be difficult to ignore.
I can help. What'd you have in mind?
Liquid courage has never failed me, but I have a discerning palate. The automac chef in the bazaar sells my preferred brand of alcohol, though it can be headstrong. You see, I can't just drink any old swill from the bar. My refined palate can only stomach one drink. Iceberg aged whiskey. Something of a collection.
That sounds good.
I'm told.
Actually, I have a bottle of that here already.
Brand. Excellent.
My brand.
Thank you. Very well. You wish to know about the crash, yes? Are you prepared for a sordid tale of drama and woe?
Oh, I can hardly wait.
Everyone knows that the Free Market's captain was a hopeless romantic, especially disposed to giving too much of her heart to those inclined to break it. The final betrayal came from a dashing rogue smuggler who vanished with most of her bits. The good captain had about all she could endure. With nothing to live for, the aggrieved captain sent the Free Market into a suicidal tailspin. The crew attempted to wrest the controls from her to save them from their fate, but alas, too late. That's all I know. I thank you for your help once again. And now I must get ready for my set.
Ooh. Forced word, the worst. Unless it's forced worst, forced worst. Today. Okay. Oh, there she is.
Another challenger approaches. Prepare to be sent weeping from my curio collection. None have defeated my collections, and none shall. But I do so delight in a competition. Are you prepared to do battle?
That's a pretty interesting sword you've got on display there.
Spectrum Dance Saber, a prototype weapon of Auntie's heyday. I shan't spoil its implications, not unless you prove your worth.
Oh, here you go. What are you preparing to do battle over?
Cards, my dear, of the toss ball and pitch ball variety. I must see if your collection bests my own.
I have a few here. Is this enough?
Sporting! Let us do battle. A not unimpressive display, closing in on my own. With perhaps a handful more, you just might defeat me. But today, you do not. I cannot open my wares to any unless their collections rival my own. I hope you understand. Feel free to return once you have bolstered your ranks. But know that you shall still not defeat me.
See about that. That's free market down. Talk to everybody I can. Let's carry on. Boys worse. Boys worst. It's boys worst. Ooh, 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 ooh. All that done, we can now head over to Dorado. Yeah. Dorado. Ready. Do. Buzzword, it's buzzword, not the word. Unless it's buzzword, buzzword. Oh. Hey.
That must be Matriarch's Mercy. Sure think a lot of their royal family, don't they?
From the front, our continued push to spread free trade and self-betterment across Eden bears fruit. The Vox Relay, a hated protectorate communications platform, has been sent hurtling out into space. Considerable setback. Victory for
Whoa. Didn't realize we were going so close to the action.
We got bases down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
Yikes. Okay, well, let's go see what all that's about. Oh, you have to go around. Bum, bum.
This is your 2061st reminder to keep all personal items with you at all times.
Stuffs. Ooh, tossable card. Okay.
Attention, passenger. You are running 40 roadbound 27 hours late for your tram. Please be mindful of your departure in the future.
I don't think he's worried about his departure.
Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly.
Riff. Get away from that.
Wow. This station's sure going to scrap since last I stepped by. Don't think we'll be hitching a ride anywhere quick.
Minutes early to avoid missing their tram.
Their collection quest. Go figure. There's an elevator there. We'll check that out in a second. So we got around here. Down here. Scrap. Oh, those train cars can be repaired. Over here, that's barricaded. Okay.
Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity.
Go to this elevator. See where this takes us. Do. Sure. Interesting though. Okay, I'll sell junk here.
We're down here. Wonder how long they held out before. Well, best not to think about it.
What's that?
Day 206. Morale?
Not the engineering for that yet.
Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's Mercy, seeking refuge with the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no
We got an appointment to keep at Matriarch's Mercy. Let's just hope we don't get shelled too.
May disturb fellow passengers. Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you doddering rattletrap. Such threats compel me no longer. I now answer to no one. I've seen through the lies of both sides. In time, everyone will.
Unwarranted optimism may be a
Please,
sign of a more
somebody
serious
help
imbalance.
us! Anybody,
See
please!
alternatives before boarding.
Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately. My family and I, we was making our way to the Mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please.
Okay, let's go. Lead the way.
Thank you. Thank you. This way. This way.
Auntie's Choice product is on sale for the lowest price that she can afford.
How do you know it's the best price? Because Auntie knows best.
Now, upward and onward. I consider this song a real standout number. Assuming you have taste, you surely will as well.
So go ahead and be a dick, didn't you? Get jerks. Trying to ambush me, how dare. Off we go. Do, 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 do. Do, do.
Refugees, looks like. And after that strike, there'll only be more at the gates.
Way discover.
Another refugee? All right, step forward. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations.
I'm not a refugee, I'm here on orders from Ruth.
I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. It has been rather hectic of late. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger.
What is the exclusion zone?
I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out.
People should take predictions seriously.
Our predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the stars. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around these parts.
I thought refugee encampments were supposed to be safe.
Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here.
Is there rule number 3?
Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. That's enough questions. Keep the line moving. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
In order to be free.
I remember this place before the war. Functioning Tremiculars. Peaceful silence of the canyons.
I can't recall the last time this region was silent.
I wanted posters. Find a bounty board.
I swear, it's nigh on impossible to find decent animal remains in these parts.
Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance.
You ever considered quarantining for the sake of public health?
Oh, you want me to keep sickness to myself? Is that it? Well, I refuse to give in to shame and fear. I've gotten sick at least a dozen times since we set up camp. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, skinny teeth, and a rare case of mortified skull emergence. Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So I'm practicing for my next disease. It's gonna be a nasty one.
Well, what do you make of the situation around camp?
I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. But me especially. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders, it never ends.
I should go. Feel better.
You too. Trust me, you don't want to catch this. Neither do I, for that matter.
Thus, if we compare the rates of dust accumulation inside the settlement to outside, we gain minute insight into the grand plan. And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something?
Oh, I was wondering if you told me the square root of pi.
Oh, doesn't everyone have that memorized? It's 1.77245385. Ah, I see you were making a jest and or attempt at conversation. Anything else?
Usually perform advanced calculations in the midst of a busy settlement?
Typically, no. And it has been somewhat challenging focusing my concentration. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate. To show how the crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations.
You're just mathing out here in public, so passerby can watch you math?
I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions.
What kind of data do you have in support of our order's efforts here?
Given our present circumstances, most of my data revolves around existential threats, vis-a-vis the displaced. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors. Longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there.
Well, most people need more than medicine and water to be happy.
We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction. But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building. Simply tell her Archivist Widmark approves brief use of her time. Then back to it I shall get.
Reminds me of Tau Ceti right after the merger. Had to wait for my number to be called just to get rations and a cot.
The grand plan
Hope these
is
folk
the
don't have to wait as
predetermined
long.
order to the entire universe. Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere.
I'm hardly a layperson. I own 2 abacuses, one for work and one for play.
Ah, frivolous jocularity is one of a vicar's key methods for establishing rapport with lay
Jocularity.
people. If we gab a bit, I might restock my arsenal for witty rejoinders and quips.
You seem fairly in the know. What's the situation in this settlement?
Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what common lay people are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail.
Wait, that's how you've been helping people here, talking at them? You haven't actually told me anything about the situation here.
Oh, dear. I got ahead of myself, didn't I? That's an occupational hazard around here. As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds,
I just got here, so
education
no,
has
I
proven to
haven't.
have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here. With constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle.
Do you think people are listening?
Never as many as I would like, perhaps, but my little congregation grows by the hour. Eventually,
mood.
my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. Give it a few years and they'll even be asking questions.
We've got an improved outlook. A
Okay.
revolutionary corporate guide with a fresh
Got here.
Now our underlings are grinning. And
Bounty. Hey, there's 2 bounties. Close?
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be.
Oh, that used to be more than debris?
Yes, technically a hut is meant to be only one story, because when you stack them, they tend to fall over. Happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone, so they build up. Best they can, at least. Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. After a while, the stacked up little huts they jury-rigged come tumbling down.
So a bunch of displaced have been hurt doing this?
Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Order won't listen. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes.
They're just doing the best they can with what they have on hand.
They're doing something, which is better than nothing, but not by much.
Suppose I can outdo or outthink the Bachelor.
if all else
This is
fails,
the rubble, I'm assuming. Ooh, I have enough engineering. Try and recall everything you know about architecture. Determine this was an improvised structure, possibly multi-story, before its collapse. Internal load-bearing elements clearly proved in examining the wreckage. Okay. That. Just engineering, talk to those people.
Welcome. Have you come to bask in the Order's knowledge?
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict within 8.23 months.
We're not going anywhere.
Situation.
Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction. This so-called exclusion zone is where we stake our claim. Stand with me in defense of freedom.
Lady, there's no supports on that giant rock structure above you.
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me.
Earth Director, Wraithen D. Mortis, and you are?
May Huffstetler, formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive
Hearing
Marketing.
a lot of formerly Auntie's Choice around
The
here.
voice of the displaced. That's what those in the Order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import.
Helpful troublemaker is a noble calling.
Though, admittedly, it's a difficult way to make friends.
Very
the
true.
Order's not exactly fond of me. Rabble-rousing doesn't align with their vision of a perfect universe. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me.
What's that you mentioned about an exclusion zone?
The exclusion zone. The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction of disaster. Screw their predictions. We have people, displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them.
The Order's predictions must have been especially foreboding.
Chance of life-threatening peril from a yet-to-be-determined catastrophe were the administrant's words. Not what I would call specific. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but you, maybe you'll have better luck.
I'll give it a try.
Thanks, stranger. Maybe fate's on our side for a change. You can find Agarwal in the lift building, probably formulating another equation to get on my nerves.
Around the exclusion zone. Let's see here. Blue. Stolen stuff though. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Ooh. And this wants to talk.
Commander, you got a minute to talk? I got some thoughts on this situation with the refugees.
Yeah, what's on your mind?
The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond what I expected. And beyond what the Order is capable of handling, seems like. Andes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food.
Those are the only options. I'd prefer dying in the desert. Naturally, why wouldn't I choose anything but other? Oh. Those are the only two options. I prefer dying out in the desert. They're just doing their best and not making refugees earn their help.
You sure? The Order seems a whole lot more concerned with dazzling the populace with numbers than anything else. It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war.
You're right. Let's ask these refugees if they prefer free food or having to work for it.
But nothing's ever really free, is it? I went through this myself when Auntie's Choice took over Tau Ceti. It took time to secure the merger, but once they did, we folk got the help we needed real quick. And all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's mercy. So what is the Order actually gaining by doing this?
They're just trying to help people who've lost everything. Why is that so hard to believe?
In all my years, I ain't encountered many folk who would extend a hand and expect nothing in return. I mean, I'd not have asked for your help with my graft if I didn't have something to offer in exchange.
You shouldn't have to bargain for help. I would have helped you regardless.
Well, maybe I misjudged the Earth Directorate after all. Anyhow, if the Order is in fact helping these folk with no hidden aims, then, well, I'll be the first to admit that there might just be merit in what they're selling. Appreciate you hearing me out.
We'll talk later.
Hold up there, friend.
Okay.
Watch out. That way's a minefield.
Almost everybody talked to.
Oh, a visitor. Without notice. Hello.
Oh,
You
hi,
were
Inez.
mentioned in my latest personalized order projection. Prediction. Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to in some, roundabout fashion. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good.
Personalized order prediction, some kind of personalized order prediction, I guess?
First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rolo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one, as a laugh. Everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on.
How accurate would you say the Order's predictions are?
I mean, if you want an exact estimate or percentage, talk to them. As for me, I just got that, what do you call it? Anecdotal feedback. A few times, I couldn't make heads or tail of half of it. Like, avoid anything representing whole numbers. I didn't know what to do about that. So I just stayed put. End of the day, I'm still here, and my co-occupant Ike isn't. So, I guess them prognostications work well enough.
Jeez, so you'd say the Order's predictions have helped you?
You did catch the part I said they'd save my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's
True.
something you can take to the bank, you know? Figuratively speaking. I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them. But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my latest POPs long enough already.
Broke? I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won, you won, right? Matters settled.
The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now.
He said the matter's settled, the matter's settled. Got no idea what either you're talking
You
about.
want to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan.
Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borscht loaf.
Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you.
Word to wise, don't accept anything here that's given for free. You'll pay, one way or another.
You got business? No? Move on.
I have nature years in Fairfield. She promised I'd find friends in
You the
Sabrosa.
fixer lent your aid to Agent Galloway?
I love
Don't
that
suppose you
mask. I
got
think
that
it's so
craw in
cool.
that biscuit she promised to sneak me, huh? Forget it. You can come in.
Hello. You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a rather large shipment of Spectrum vodka, yes? Agent Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral canids, so winning her over speaks volumes of your character. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to contraband.
Wherever people like you are, there's work to be done close by, am I right?
Savvier than you look. Might be that I've got an agent over by the Guardian Estates that I haven't heard from in a spell. If you perhaps find yourself over that way, and perhaps make sure that the aforementioned agent hasn't been torn limb from limb, Sub Rosa would be most grateful.
Where does Sabrosa stand on the war?
We stand that we'd like to make a good ton of bits on the war. And maybe expand our reach in the process. Beyond that, I'm not supposed to comment. Let Sub Rosa consist primarily of ex-Ante's Choice and ex-Protectorate personnel. We've still got folks we care about out there. Complicates some of our feelings on the fighting.
Yeah.
But if the fighting stops, our income begins to go dry.
If your wares are so good, why are you operating out of a refugee camp?
It's superb cover and a consistent market. Refugees are in need of all sorts of supplies that the Order cannot provide. And Sub Rosa delivers. At only a reasonable markup. Myself, I enjoy the thrills of the environ. Will the Order attempt to drive me out? Will Matriarch's mercy be shelled? Shall I run out of new cereals? Oh, thrilling!
Got some guns. I admire that.
Why, I thank you. Takes a unique sort to appreciate the finer points of illegal smuggling.
Let's see what she's got.
Idle browsers will be escorted from the premises.
Oh, she's the one that has acquaintance.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, tip it
She's
up,
got those
plug it
description
down.
keys, though. Explosive rounds for the burst assault rifle. Shock barrel for the sniper.
Red and green and black and blue. Milky white
Plasma
and orange too.
shock barrel.
Even violet.
Plasma beam caster.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it.
Repurposed mining tool.
Tip it up, plug it down. It's Fizzos, Fizzos. We love
Really care about that.
Spectrum vodka.
Isn't any of that I wanted to hear. Speed, crisis defense. Yeah, I think we're good for now. We'll buy the 2 decryption keys, though. No. No. Thing over here. Nope. Okay. Go in here.
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse, so choose your words with expediency. Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you?
My Hofstutler said I should speak.
Oh, May, is it? You're on a first-name basis already? This is about the exclusion zone, correct?
We're keeping the zone off limits for shady reasons. The voice of the displaced wants to resettle her people.
Or that it only that simple, but she ignores essential variables of the equation. You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril.
Precisely how is the exclusion zone dangerous?
We don't know, and therein lies the frustration. The seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute. And now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside mediator who was foretold.
If you believe both sides will listen, then I'm in.
I believe only in the cold, inconvenient mathematics of the cosmos. This will work. It must work. The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's Mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. With your seasoned perspective, perhaps the voice of the displaced will learn to listen. Any questions before you get started?
Tell me about the voice of the
I
displaced.
can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. Still, she cleaves to her principles. That's something. You can find her outside, among her people, stubbornly defying an order barricade. But you already knew that.
Well, you said I was foretold. How does that work?
Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here.
So if I learn about everyone's concerns, I'll earn enough trust to resolve this dispute?
According to predictions, yes. Or at least, my interpretation of them. I am reasonably certain. More than usual, in fact. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them. Form your own opinion. And when you are ready, we will decide the fate of the exclusion zone.
Okay.
Scienticians around the settlement...
Any
inform me
advice
you've
where to
made
poke
some
around?
inquiries.
On who to
Good.
poke?
Have you spoken to all representatives of the Order? All of the displaced? The Doctor? The questionable types from Sub Rosa? Investigated the containers? If not, do. Well then, if you need me in the meantime, I'll be here, up to my ocular organs and requests.
Your misgivings aside, how are things? Just getting the lay of land around Matriarch's Mercy.
Good. Check in with me once you've made significant progress. As with probability, there is an art to mediation, and it requires a well-rounded perspective.
Well, your misgivings aside, how are things in Matriarch's Mercy?
Besides what I've already told you, to put it gently, disorganized, which is irregular for a group that prides itself on mathematical acumen. But with effort, patience, and collaboration, I am confident that Matriarch's Mercy will soon be a haven for the displaced.
Later. Anything good in here? Some Hogwarts level lettering going on. Back here? No, let's talk to the doc.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions and supplies for the displaced.
Archivist Woodmark said, suggest I should speak to you about her.
Well, if the archivist said so, I suppose I can factor out a moment. As the assigned provisioner, I am responsible for coordinating the requisition and distribution of comestibles, medicinals, and miscellaneous vital supplies. The overwhelming majority of my time is dedicated to this. leaving only moments to see to the Order's needs in the settlement. But it is an effort I undertake with great relish. You may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine.
Sorry to say, but the displaced may have not noticed either. I bet you're more stressed than you let on, but you seem happy about it?
The Order of the Ascendant is dedicated to the ascension of humanity. Our ultimate goal may not be reached in our lifetime. If I can help others in need today, I shall do so to the utmost extent of my abilities and resources.
I'm not sure the displaced have realized everything you've been doing.
With the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one can hardly blame them. That they are fed and remain healthy is sufficient for me.
Actually, good.
Appreciate you respecting my time. Yes, you may peruse.
See what she's got. Oh, she's got patient stat.
Just try to get it out of your head. Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
Plasma caster helmet. Interesting. Plasma cutter. Plasma pistol and the frost converter. Okay. Kinda unsure. Okay, we got some stuff here.
Rich tobacco, sweet at the end. What more could you want? A smoky, sugary blend. Try bubblegum slims. Try bubblegum slims. It's the long slim smoke with the bubblegum filter.
Think about that.
By the law, it's you.
It's me?
Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help.
You want my help? You don't even know me.
True, but the Order's predictions know you better than you know yourself.
Right, I've heard it all before, but what does that have to do with me?
Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. He told me that a dashing outsider would answer my prayers. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are. A dashing outsider standing before me.
Oh, that's a compliment. I'll take it. You ordered to devise an equation that calculates the unknowable? How is that possible?
Strictly speaking, it isn't. Not yet, but the math is very,
I like how all of the Order's predictions are all just, like, vague.
Likely, extremely possible. In theory. Within a margin of error. Anyway, that is the Seer's business. My business is the health and welfare of this camp.
Oh, what do you think of the conditions in the camp?
As a doctor, I'm appalled. We don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so sickness is blazing an unhappy trail through the refugees. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but things will get worse as long as we're overcrowded. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it entirely. That means space to spread out.
Anything I can do to assist with that?
Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Landing. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all.
You desperately needed my help with something else?
You see, the Seers are members of the Order who labor over the universal equation. Even in its unfinished state, the equation gives them the means to predict the future. Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but strictly... Anyway, that is
Alright,
the
I'm
Seer's
intrigued.
business. My
Tell me
business,
more.
where to begin? I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really
Here we
need
go.
are specialists, and the Seer predicted an outsider would find them.
You could help, Inez?
My time to patch up one or two patients before we head out. I used to be a combat medic. A good one, too.
You also strike me as someone on the go. I need committed medical employees, not a freelancer. The Seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it, for my intervention could only throw probability into disarray. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks.
Okay, before I get to that, I have
How
another
can I
thing.
be of service? Since you aren't a refugee...
Let's see,
Focus on a different species to tell you
heal
the
over
risks.
time.
Watch out for its tusks!
Huge heal over time, but you get Xeranium poisoning. Interesting.
Don't spill a drop of that arachnid
Should that
discharge.
cost 600?
And
That's
what
a little rich for my blood at the moment.
brings to the table.
Yeah. That's covered now.
Full of things that want to kill you.
Another vendor right here.
Boosts your net worth. This is big gain hunting.
Odd vendor. Okay. Does this one have any SMG stuff? No, it does not. Use workbench. Ding. Alright, I got that stuff. Oh, those are magazine attachments, so I don't care about that.
A scenic piece of real estate. If you don't mind the occasional minefield, pardon our dust. We'll spruce up the place once our takeover's done. For now, let's turn our attention to this episode's Leviathan crustacean, the Crabble.
First assault rifle. Yeah, we can get rid of that.
With goring horns and bottomless mouths. They're omnivorous. A 10-bit word that means everything's on the menu.
We have enough shock.
Not a pleasant way to go. Here on Eden, we find a few breeds. The Hammerclaw is a hull-headed rascal. Lives up to its name. Packs a wallop up close. The Bullet Claw
Corrosion, so the rest of
from its claw joints. They'll get you coming and going.
Oh, gets rid of that.
Adapted to their environments across Arcadia. Use your upper story when loading up for a
Now this here.
Ah, I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. My personalized order prediction and weekly prognostics report both mentioned encountering an unforeseen factor about now. I suppose that designation doesn't wholly apply to you, though, does it? Predicting future events is an imprecise science. Currently, that is. Well, then, I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct?
Oh, how does the order predict the future?
We utilize a mix of proprietary research methods to gather as complete a data set as possible, and advanced calculations using well-honed models to effectuate it. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We'd need to solve the universal equation to do that. Fortunately, we're all working very hard on that problem. The Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions to help steer our followers' paths.
So you tell everyone in the order what to do?
More what to watch out for. Advisement on adhering to the plan. Forecasts of probabilistic dangers. Elements of larger predictions made relevant to groups and individuals. The Department of Predictive Analysis is mainly populated by seers like myself, who represent the Order's most talented mathematicians. After years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable precision. Others can estimate with up to 71.1% accuracy several months out. Of course, predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive, but I am not to speak of that with an outsider. No offense.
Do unforeseen factors get in the way of your predictions?
Unforeseen factors, random elements, anomalous outliers, incalculable variables, all of them can undercut the accuracy of our predictions. But as we close in on solving the universal equation, unknown unknowns will become known unknowns. Then finally, known knowns. You follow?
Can you tell me anything about the situation in the settlement?
Matriarch's Mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. But we of the Order rise to every challenge and continually strive to better our guests' existence. Why, I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area.
So you like any substantial ways to aid the refugees?
There's nothing more practical than improving lives now, is there? We've offered the displaced access to our weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly.
One person will swear by the order predictive methods.
One of our recent guests, Rolo Nast, has received multiple personalized order predictions. I believe he could speak to the effectiveness of our ways firsthand. If my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his attestations would convince you, and perhaps other members of the displaced as well.
This is a predictory? I expected more than a desk.
True, my situation does lack a certain refinement. Regrettably, this is Matriarch's Mercy. We all must do the best we can with limited means.
I should go.
I foresee you have much to do. I won't keep you.
I have no idea.
Adieu.
Rule of the wasteland. Thou shalt get sidetracked every damn time. Okay. Talk to these fellows.
Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability?
Does a mantic can kill its mate and feed its course to its hatchlings? Yes, please.
If I may interject, High Scholar, don't you agree our time would be better utilized on more relevant discourse?
Seer Wiley's right, as always. Obviously, we've all more important things to do than to stand around trifling with truth tables. Perhaps later then. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge?
I need to speak to Victor Clemens. Supposedly he's a member of your order.
Victor? Yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
I have proof Victor's conspiring with a group of dangerous zealots with ties to the order.
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse.
A friend of a trader I'm after said she and Victor had secret contacts with the order.
And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the N-Ray range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution.
What exactly is Victor working on at this N-Ray range that's so important?
What business is it of yours?
Let's not be unfriendly. The agent's only curious. Obviously, Victor's work has something to do with N-rays, but beyond that, I haven't a clue. More of that pesky compartmentalization, I'm afraid. Besides the highly caustic Serenium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay.
I'm sorry, mad cultists?
Rift worshippers spouting inane theories. They began showing up prior to the invasion. The first sign of dysfunction in the Protectorate always starts small, doesn't it? Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation.
Let's see, we're on the same page. Now, how can we return the favor and help?
No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate?
Current tensions? Here I thought we were getting along so well.
Choosing levity at a moment like this is only further evidence of your lack of good judgment.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend, but the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence, but if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, Such a gesture might preserve the peace.
Thanks for the leads. I'll look into all of this.
I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings.
Be more questions before I leave.
Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's moral duty. Whatever I can tell you, I will.
Speak to Abbot Newell if you've more queries.
Talk to me. Because he's a snob. Crab witch.
Have you beheld that new rifle up at the monastery? The Oracle? The one Wiley designed, right? Uses a tracking algorithm, never misses. Sounds ambitious, even for him. I'd give my tenure for an hour alone with it and a mantisaur at 2 clicks.
Hope you appreciated how I bit my tongue back there with the abbot. Didn't want things to come to blows with civilians in the crossfire. Full of excuses for the attack, wasn't he? Could be that he's sincere, or could be that he has his hands so full with keeping his community from falling apart that he missed a memo or two. Either way, I'm willing to stay my hand until we know the truth. If it were my folk buried under the rubble, I'd want to know for certain before acting. Besides, ain't nobody around here better suited for investigating than we are.
You're taking this better than expected.
I prefer doing my shooting after asking all the pertinent questions, Commander.
That's
While
a
we're at it playing detective, we need to scope out opportunity. If there are any survivors, we ought to help, however we're able. We can only hope they had warning enough to run for cover. If they didn't, well, there's only so much basic training can prepare you for.
We'll head right there.
Thank you, Commander. We should move on, unless you've got something for me?
We'll talk later. Talk to everybody.
Where to first, Commander? Henry Rames, Serenium Manufactory, or Outpost Opportunity?
So many options. Yeah.
Law. Matriarch's mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side.
Anybody needs me, I'll be right here patiently awaiting my latest personalized order.
Talk to him.
Is the first among
I'm gonna give this guy medicine. Do that first.
I think I'm gonna vomit. I'll try not to sneeze on you, but no promises.
Doc, good news. Doc Hollis Spirit Beardsley asked me to bring you some medicine.
Oh, finally. Real relief for my fake symptoms. Let's see it then.
How much do you really want this? Because I might need a cough.
Now that you mention it, you do seem to be of a genuine sickly disposition. Here, buy your own medicine. This one's mine. Besides, I'm guessing you need something stronger for whatever it is you've got. You have my gratitude, stranger.
There you go. Feel better. Yes.
Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings.
Brown. Crab. Talk to here. They don't want to speak. You don't want to talk. And here was NPCs vibing. There. No.
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Hmm? Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention.
Matt very much sent me.
Really? Like they strung a few words together in a row and it all made sense? That's a marked improvement on earlier. Guessing they left out a bunch, though. Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy.
So they fight using stand-ins? What does that solve?
Half the time, people shy away at the first sight of blood. The other, that's what they're there for. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah! This guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you exactly?
I have to ask you about the situation in the camp, but you've answered my question.
Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. I got a bunch of yeggs, 2 pugilists, and a sick canid to feed.
Don't do anything foolish.
You haven't seen my landmine supplier, have you? I hope he hasn't blown it.
That was a good
Kill
one.
me, and him if he doesn't show soon. What fine contraband might I supply you with this day? Feast!
No new dialogue there.
Look, your note. Oh
See? Talk to her again. Just out of curiosity.
Go on, get out of here. Scram!
Never mind.
What caused the schism between the Protectorate and the Order?
Go on! Take care now, you hear?
Over here. Mentioned checking containers, so that's just what I'm doing at the moment. Ooh, that's got barbed wire, no thank you. Okay. Going to examine over here. Double check the containers over here. The ladder. See anything up here? Could be reason up here. Speed. Scrap metal. Over here. And quest related. Bum, bum, bum. Crafting materials, that's for sure. I have that out. Oh, interesting.
That goes out to the dedicated employees of the aggressive acquisitions department. Brave soldiers fighting on behalf of
There's anything else in the exclusions zone here?
responsibility. This is for anyone out
Okay.
there who just lost out on a big promotion.
Oh.
Keep your chin up.
Administrator Agrawal. Here to finally hash this out, are you? Thought this day would never come.
Yes, well, our esteemed outsider here has agreed to thoroughly appraise our situation, in the hope that we may finally close the book on the exclusion zone once and for all.
They say you asked around. Listen to folks. That's a good start, at least.
I'm ready to begin if you are.
Speaking as a representative of the Order, we will abide by the Mediator's decision if you do the same.
Agreed.
Mediator, I leave the fate of the exclusion zone in your capable hands.
Talk about the displaced in their perspective.
I'm all ears, Mediator.
Heard about this business with the Sub Rosa altercations?
The what now?
When grievances between the displaced approach fisticuffs, we hire Sub Rosa hooligans to duke things out for us.
That is unquantifiably absurd, and I don't see how moving into the exclusion zone will help.
Overcrowding leads to frustration. Minor issues get amplified into unproductive ways.
Unproductive is one thing. Paid Donnybrooks with surrogate fighters is... well, I'm at a loss for an applicative metaphor to describe it.
Spoke to the camp doctor about health situation
I
here.
understand he is rather short-handed.
Yeah. Someone should get right on that, huh? Anyhow, what was the good doctor's diagnosis?
He has meds to treat sickness, but he can't cure overcrowding.
At Auntie's choice, we'd view this from a lens of how sickness undercuts productivity.
That is indeed unfortunate, but the dangers predicted for the exclusion zone may outweigh these concerns.
I found evidence of a collapsed structure.
Collapsed? But we built Matriarch's Mercy to optimize comfort and safety.
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure, more of a hastily assembled, precariously built shanty.
Refugees shouldn't have to build in these conditions. That's come crashing down.
People are struggling to make do with what they have. If we had the exclusion zone, this wouldn't be a problem.
I'm aghast these structures weren't built following established order construction guidelines.
I'd like to discuss what I found out on the Order's side.
Speak on them.
Rollo Nas taught me a bit about the Order's predictions and their usefulness.
Did he also happen to mention they were needlessly oblique and vague?
Rollo seemed convinced they should be followed.
Quite right. Rollo's co-occupant might have also supported our warnings, had he heeded them.
I don't know. You ask me? When it comes to these order predictions, there's a lot of room between a probable and definite outcome.
I spoke to Vicar Orandy about her support for the
You mean
displaced.
that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to them?
He's out of touch with the people's actual needs, but then again, so is the Order. Values education, but I find her method questionable. She means well. Complex mathematics can be useful, even to the displaced, I think. She values education.
Her mission is to uplift and enlighten.
She's indoctrinating, not helping us. Can't you see the difference?
Point taken.
Provisioner Plotnik informed me about the Order efforts.
You actually got the provisioner to give you the time of day. Huh.
Ah, yes. I sometimes forget Provisioner Plotnik is also assigned to minding the displaced's needs. Her role is largely proactive, while mine is reactive.
The prisoner seems committed to ensuring the displaced want nothing. She keeps Matriarch's Mercy supplied except for critical space and building supplies.
If the provisioner is booked up, I say redeploy another egghead at the matter.
It's less of an issue of personnel as it is of safety. Contrary to your assumptions, we do care about your collective and individual well-being. By my calculations, you've explored this topic from every conceivable angle. Admirable work, Mediator. I suspect that your sympathies lie with the displaced. Unfortunate if true, but I leave the decision in your capable hands.
I rule for the Order. They predict disaster, and I won't risk the lives of the displaced.
Shit. Very well, administrant. You win. I'll honor the terms of the mediation. Let's hope your math was right.
Have faith. Or, if not faith, reason. We can still work together to improve conditions around Matriarch's Mercy. Your reward, Mediator, with my thanks. I now consider the matter decisively closed.
Okay, that's out of the way.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony? Look, I'm not with Auntie anymore.
How do you do, stranger? Always nice to see a friendly face around Matriarch's Mercy. Though it's a pity I can't lend more aid to our downtrodden collective. I'm just a humble taxidermist.
Well, I'm seeking medical specialists to help Doc Hollis Beardsley.
What? And you think that's me? Listen, friend, a little skill with needle and thread does not make me a qualified medical professional.
What do you think, Inez? Does he have what it takes?
Look, this place ain't exactly crawling with experts, and Doc needs all the help he can get. Even if all you do is suture wounds, your services will be invaluable.
Have it your way, then. I know when I'm being voluntold. But you better make it worth my while. Before I agree to anything, I need sprat corpses. Several. And no victims of violence, please. My art depends on the quality of the sleeve.
Got any leads on clean sprat corpses?
I used to source all of my sprats from a local trapper, Frankie Billings. No idea if she's still in business. Word has it she's out north in Auntie's Choice territory, so watch yourself.
I'll come back once I've got my hands on some fresh fruit.
Fresh being the operative word. My thanks, stranger.
Do
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. The invaders, water defected.
And it's a good time to save. Okay. I think it is time for breakfast. So I am going to go have a little break. But we'll be back later with some more. Take care of yourself until then. We'll see you when I see you.